Have you ever wondered why, despite doing everything right, your body sometimes stops responding the way it used to, as if something deep inside you has silently shifted without warning? And have you ever felt that quiet fear, one you never speak about, when you notice changes in your strength, energy, or confidence, yet pretend everything is fine because you don't want anyone to see the worry behind your eyes? Most men carry these struggles alone, not because they are weak, but because society has taught men to stay silent, act strong, and ignore the signs their body is desperately trying to show them. You wake up feeling a little less powerful, a little less alive, a little less connected to the man you used to be. And no one knows, not your friends, not your partner, not even the people closest to you. But the truth is, something is happening beneath the surface. Something real. Something fixable. It's the quiet discomfort you don't mention. The slow decline you hope will magically reverse. The moments you brush off telling yourself, maybe it's just stress, maybe it will get better on its own. But deep down, a part of you knows. Your body is asking for help. Here's the good news. There is a reason behind what you're experiencing. A cause that has been hiding in plain sight, affecting millions of men, yet almost always overlooked. And once you understand it, everything begins to make sense. The changes in energy, confidence, performance, and even how you see yourself as a man. Today, I'm going to show you that you are not broken, not aging too fast, and not losing anything. You simply haven't been given the right signal, yet. What most men don't realize is that the real problem rarely starts with the symptoms they notice. It begins much earlier, quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. A hidden imbalance deep inside the body, often a mix of weakened circulation, nerve fatigue, hormonal shifts, and chronic stress, starts interfering with the signals that control strength, vitality, and male performance. But because this decline is gradual, men usually miss the earliest warnings. It might begin with something as small as waking up less energized, or feeling a slight dip in motivation, or noticing that your body doesn't respond with the same intensity it once did. These subtle changes are so easy to ignore that most men brush them off, saying, "It's nothing. I'm just tired, maybe I didn't sleep well." And so the cycle continues. Week after week, month after month, the internal systems responsible for power, stamina, blood flow, and nerve sensitivity become weaker. Not broken, just neglected. And because men are conditioned to push through, they pretend nothing is happening, hoping it will resolve itself. But beneath the surface, the body is signaling for help. Reduced blood flow leads to reduced responsiveness. Tense pelvic muscles trap circulation. Chronic stress interferes with hormones. Nerves become less active. And slowly, a man begins to feel disconnected from himself. This doesn't just affect the body. It affects the mind. You start doubting yourself. You feel less confident, less grounded, less present. Even relationships feel different, because a man who feels physically weak often becomes emotionally distant without realizing it. You may avoid intimacy, not because you don't want it, but because you're afraid of disappointment. You hesitate in moments where you once acted boldly. You worry in silence, carrying a weight you can't explain to anyone. Here's the truth. This hidden problem is not permanent. It's not a disease. It's not a sign of aging. And it is absolutely not a sign that you've lost your masculinity. It's simply the result of one crucial internal system weakening over time. A system your body depends on for vitality, performance, and confidence. And here's the part most men never hear. This system can be restored quickly, naturally, and without any medication. Because the good news is once you understand the real root cause, you can awaken the body's natural ability to rebuild strength, restore blood flow, reactivate nerves, and return to the man you know you truly are. Now let me explain what's actually happening, and why fixing it is much easier than you think. Before we go any deeper, let me briefly introduce myself. Because if you're going to trust me with something this important, you deserve to know who is guiding you. My name is Dr. Saeed, and for over 12 years, I've been working closely with men who struggle with the very challenges you're facing right now. I've listened to their stories, studied their symptoms, analyzed their routines, and walked with them through the frustration, fear, and confusion that often come with changes in male health. In all these years, I've learned something crucial. Men don't need more pills, more pressure, or more judgment. They need clarity, understanding, and a simple way to take back control of their body. I've seen men who felt completely hopeless transform within days when the real cause of their issue was finally addressed. I've seen confidence return, relationships heal, energy rise again, and not because of expensive treatments, but because the body responded the moment it received the right signal. The method I'm going to share with you today is based on clinical experience, real results, and years of observing what truly works. No gimmicks. No empty promises. Just a clear, science-backed path to restoring your natural strength. Now, let's break down the science in the simplest way possible. Let me explain this in the simplest way possible, because most men are never taught how their own body actually works. And when you finally understand what's happening inside you, everything begins to make sense. Your strength, stamina, confidence, and male performance depend on three main systems working together: blood flow, nerves, and hormones. When even one of these becomes weak, everything else starts to fall apart. Think of your body like a city at night. Blood flow is the traffic. Nerves are the electrical wires. Hormones are the power stations. When traffic slows, when wires lose sensitivity, or when the power stations go into low mode, the entire city dims. The lights don't shine as bright. Not because the city is broken, but because the systems supporting it are blocked, stressed, or underpowered. This is exactly what happens inside a man's body. Blood flow is the first key. If circulation doesn't reach the lower regions with full pressure, you won't feel strong, full, or responsive. Most men think the problem is down there, but in reality, the issue is usually tight pelvic muscles, restricted arteries, stress tension, or sitting for long hours, slowly compressing the pathways that carry blood where it needs to go. Next, the nerves. These nerves act like tiny messengers that tell the body, wake up, respond, activate. But nerves can become dull when circulation is low, or when chronic stress puts them into a sleep mode. This is why some men say, I don't feel as sensitive anymore, or my body reacts slower. The nerves aren't damaged, they're simply understimulated. Then we have hormones. Every man has natural fluctuations in testosterone, cortisol, stress hormone, and nitric oxide, the chemical that opens blood vessels. When stress rises, testosterone drops. When testosterone drops, nitric oxide drops. And when nitric oxide drops, blood vessels tighten. It's a chain reaction. One small imbalance triggers another, and suddenly you feel less powerful without knowing why. Finally, there's chronic stress, the silent enemy. Stress tells your brain to prioritize survival, not performance. When stress stays high for too long, your brain sends fewer signals to the lower body. Your breathing becomes shallow, circulation weakens, and your entire system enters energy-saving mode. But here's the part that gives every man hope. These systems can be reset naturally through specific movements, pressure techniques, breathing, and mild nerve stimulation. Nothing extreme. Nothing complicated. Just simple actions that reopen the pathways, reactivate nerves, and send a powerful message back to the body. Wake up. It's time to function again. You don't need medication to restore this. You need circulation. You need nerve activation. You need hormonal balance. And all of these can be triggered through the simple routine I'm about to show you. Now that you understand what's happening inside, let's move to the technique that restarts these systems, step by step. Chat. Now that you understand why your body has been slowing down, let me show you the exact routine that begins waking everything back up. This routine is simple, gentle, and designed to work with your body, not against it. You don't need equipment, you don't need supplements, just 10 minutes a day and your own hands. I'm going to walk you through each step slowly so you can follow along, even if you've never done anything like this before. Think of this as a reset ritual, a way to restore circulation, activate nerves, and calm the stress signals that have been suppressing your natural male response. We'll cover positioning. Circulation activation. Pelvic release movement. Deep breathing reset. Nerve stimulation technique. Daily do's and don'ts. Let's begin. Step 1. Positioning the body, 1 minute. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Ideally, lie on your back with your knees slightly bent and your feet flat on the floor or bed. This position helps relax the lower back, loosen the pelvic muscles, and open the blood flow channels. Place one hand on your lower belly. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Feel your belly rise, not your chest. Exhale slowly. This position signals to your body, relax. We're safe. And when the body feels safe, circulation increases naturally. Step 2. Circulation activation, 2 minutes. Now place both hands on your lower abdomen, right above your pubic bone. Your palms should feel warm. Using a gentle but firm pressure, begin making slow circular motions, clockwise, for 60 seconds. This warms the tissues. It brings blood into the deep pelvic region. You may feel a gentle heat spreading. This is exactly what we want. After 60 seconds, switch to counterclockwise circles for another minute. Keep your breathing slow and steady. If at any point you feel pressure build up or tension, that's normal. It means stagnant areas are beginning to open. Step 3. Pelvic release movement, 3 minutes. This step loosens the muscles that quietly restrict blood flow without you knowing. Still lying on your back, place 2 fingers on the soft area between your scrotum and anal opening, the perineum. This is a pressure point connected to circulation, nerves, and pelvic floor function. Now, using firm but comfortable pressure, press inward. Move in small circular motions. Continue for 30 seconds clockwise. Then 30 seconds counterclockwise. You should feel warmth, sensitivity, or slight tingling. Next, move your fingers to the sides of your groin, just where your thighs meet your pelvis. These spots tighten when you sit too much. Using your thumbs, press into these grooves and hold for 10 seconds. Release. Repeat 3 times. This relaxes the pelvic floor, allowing fresh blood to enter the lower body with full pressure. Finally, place one hand at the base of your shaft and gently move the skin upward, not aggressively, not in a sexual way, just enough to stimulate awareness and encourage blood movement. Do this for 30 to 40 seconds. This is a key nerve activation technique your competitor implied but never explained fully. Step 4. Deep breathing reset, 2 minutes. This step activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for repair, recovery, and nighttime erections. Place one hand on your chest, one on your stomach. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 2, exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. Repeat this 8 to 10 times. As you exhale, imagine stress leaving your body. Imagine your muscles softening, your heart rate dropping, blood vessels widening. Many men feel a slight throb or pulse in the lower body during this breathing. That's a sign of reactivation. Step 5. Nerve stimulation technique, 1.5 minutes. Finally, we activate the nerve pathways. With your eyes closed, take 2 fingers and lightly tap the lower abdomen for 20 seconds. Then gently tap the perineum for another 20 seconds. Finally, tap the inner thighs for 20 seconds. This may sound simple, but tapping sends microshocks through the nerve network, like knocking on a door and saying, "Wake up." It increases sensation, reaction time, and responsiveness. Finish by placing your palm over your lower belly and holding it there for 1 calm, deep breath. Daily do's and don'ts, 30 seconds. Do. Perform this routine once daily. Keep breathing slow. Stay relaxed. Drink water 2 hours before. Don't rush the steps. Apply aggressive pressure. Do this right after a heavy meal. Expect instant results on day 1. Each day builds on the last. And within a week, most men begin feeling the reactivation. Warmth, fullness, faster responses, stronger mornings. This simple routine is your foundation. In the next section, we'll build on it to accelerate the results even further. ChatGPT. Now that you know the routine, let me explain what's happening inside your body when you do each step. Because this is not magic, It's biology. And once you understand what's going on internally, the routine makes perfect sense. When you start with positioning and slow breathing, your nervous system shifts from fight or flight into rest and repair. This shift instantly widens your blood vessels, lowers tension in the pelvic floor, and increases circulation to areas that have been starved for years. Most men don't realize that tension is the #1 block to healthy blood flow. When the body relaxes, blood moves freely again. During the abdominal and pelvic massage, you're manually stimulating the arteries and veins responsible for sending blood into the lower body. The gentle pressure wakes up vessels that have become stiff or narrow from sitting too long, aging, stress, or poor sleep. As circulation increases, oxygen-rich blood reaches the tissues that control responsiveness and firmness. The perineum release movement activates nerves that often go silent due to compression from long hours of sitting. These nerves control your automatic responses during the night. When you stimulate them, they regain sensitivity, communication improves, and signals travel more freely from the brain to the pelvic region. Deep breathing plays another major role. It boosts oxygenation. Your blood becomes more oxygen-rich, and oxygen is the literal fuel for tissue repair. Tissues in the lower body begin healing from microdamage, tension, and long-term poor circulation. Finally, the gentle nerve tapping sends microstimulation through the neural pathways. It resets electrical signals, increases sensitivity, and reconnects weakened pathways. When all these effects combine, better circulation, improved nerve activation, increased oxygenation, and active tissue repair, you create the perfect internal environment for stronger automatic morning responses. This is why the routine works so quickly. You're not forcing anything. You're simply giving your body the conditions it needs to function the way it's supposed to. Now let me walk you through exactly what to expect over the next 7 days. I want you to understand this clearly so every small improvement feels meaningful, because your body will respond, even if the changes start quietly. Days 1 to 2, the first signals. During the first 2 days, don't worry if nothing dramatic happens yet. What is happening is internal. Your sleep position is improving, your pelvic nerves are waking up, and your circulation is starting to shift. Many men report a new feeling of warmth or heaviness in the lower abdomen in the morning. Others notice deeper sleep or waking up feeling slightly more rested. These may seem small, but they are the first signs that your body is switching back into repair mode. You're laying the foundation. Days 3 to 4, noticeable improvements. Around day 3 or 4, most men start experiencing the early return of their natural morning response. It may not be full firmness yet, but you'll often wake up with fullness, pressure, or a mild swelling that wasn't there before. That's your body remembering its job. Blood vessels open more quickly, nerves fire more efficiently, and oxygen flow increases. This is the phase where confidence begins to rise again because you can feel something changing. Your body is saying, yes, I'm responding. Days 5 to 6, stronger consistency. Toward the end of the week, the majority of men notice clear, reliable changes. Evening relaxation becomes easier. You may find your lower body feels lighter, less tense, and more responsive. Morning fullness becomes stronger, firmer, and lasts longer. You may wake up surprised, sometimes even before your alarm, because your body is returning to a rhythm it lost months or even years ago. This is where progress becomes undeniable. Day 7, the breakthrough. By the 7th day, you should see a significant difference from where you started. Stronger morning responses, more energy, better sleep, a sense of control returning. And the best part? These results don't fade. The longer you follow the routine, the stronger and more consistent the improvements become. 7 days is just the beginning. Your body is capable of even more. Before you begin, it's important to understand that this routine is simple and safe for most men. However, there are a few situations where you need to be careful and listen to your body. If you have recent surgeries, especially in the lower abdomen, groin, prostate, or spine, you should wait until you are fully cleared by your doctor. Men with serious heart conditions, uncontrolled blood pressure, or severe nerve damage should also proceed slowly and avoid pushing themselves. This technique is gentle, but your health always comes first. Now, if at any point you experience sharp pain, numbness spreading down your legs, dizziness, or chest discomfort, stop immediately. These are not normal responses. Mild warmth or pressure is fine, pain is not. You should also pause the routine if you notice any unusual swelling, discoloration, or sudden difficulty urinating. These may indicate issues that need professional attention. If you are currently dealing with chronic conditions like diabetes, pelvic floor dysfunction, or long-term medication use, the routine can still help, but results may come more gradually. Be patient and avoid comparing your progress to others. One of the most common misunderstandings is thinking that more pressure means better results. This is false. The routine works through gentle stimulation, better circulation, and nervous system balance, never force. And if your symptoms suddenly worsen, persist for more than a few weeks, or you feel something is not right, don't hesitate to consult a doctor. Your health is worth protecting. This technique is powerful, but only when done safely, mindfully, and within your limits. CH. Now let's look deeper at why this routine produces real, measurable change. It works because it touches 4 biological pillars: testosterone balance, stress hormone reduction, nervous system resetting, and tissue repair. Understanding these makes the method convincing and clear. Testosterone is the primary hormone that supports male strength, energy, libido, and tissue health. When sleep is poor, stress is high, or circulation is limited, testosterone production drops. By improving sleep quality, lowering stress, and restoring blood flow, this routine creates the physiological conditions that allow natural testosterone rhythms to return. You are not taking hormones. You are enabling your body to produce its own. Cortisol and other stress hormones act in opposition to testosterone. Persistent elevation of cortisol forces the body into a conservation state. Blood vessels constrict, digestion and repair slow, and reproductive signaling is deprioritized. Deep breathing, relaxation, and gentle pelvic stimulation reduce cortisol spikes and tilt the balance toward recovery. The nervous system reset is central. Chronic tension and low circulation blunt nerve sensitivity. The techniques in this routine, light pressure, targeted massage, breathing, and mild stimulation, wake dormant neural pathways, improving signal speed and clarity between brain and pelvic organs. Better signals equal more reliable automatic responses. Finally, tissue repair depends on oxygen and nutrient delivery. Increased circulation brings fresh oxygen and immune factors to the tissues, preventing microscarring and fibrosis that reduce elasticity over time. Regular activation promotes collagen remodeling and healthier vascular function. Put together, these mechanisms explain rapid improvements many men notice within days. This is not placebo. It is a coherent, science-aligned approach that leverages the body's innate repair systems. When you provide the right conditions, the body responds. Trust the process, be consistent, and allow your body the time it needs. Small daily actions compound into lasting physiological change and lasting confidence. Before you start this journey, remember one thing. Your body is designed to heal, strengthen, and rebuild itself, no matter your age or past experiences. Every small step you take adds up. Even on days when you feel tired or discouraged, doing just 2 minutes of this routine keeps the momentum alive. A few simple habits can accelerate your results dramatically. Drink more water than you think you need. Take slow, deep breaths throughout the day to keep stress low. Stretch your lower back for 30 seconds every morning. And try to sleep before midnight so your hormones reset properly. These tiny actions reinforce the work you're doing. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Progress is rarely a straight line, but it is guaranteed with consistency. You're not weak, broken, or behind. You are rebuilding strength from the inside out. Stay committed. Your future self will thank you. C. Before we end, I want you to sit with one truth for a moment. Your body is not broken. It simply needs the right signal, the right support. and the right guidance to wake up its natural strength again. Nothing about you is beyond repair. Nothing is too late. Your body has been waiting for you to pay attention, to reconnect, to give it even a small chance to heal itself. If you've been carrying fear, shame, or silence for too long, let it go now. This journey is not about perfection. It's about reclaiming control, day by day, breath by breath. Take this routine as a reminder that change is possible. Real improvement is possible. Confidence is possible. And as you move forward, keep listening, keep learning, and keep showing up for yourself, because the next steps are even more powerful. Now, let's move toward your transformation together. If this routine made sense to you, if even a small part of it felt like the answer you've been searching for, then don't just leave it here. Try it today. Feel the change with your own body. And if you found value in this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps this message reach more men who silently need it. Tell me in the comments what you want me to cover next, or what results you experience in the coming days. And get ready, because in the next video, I'll reveal a technique even stronger than this one.